stick it out. Can't imagine it was easy, but you stuck it out, and it's got to be kind of nice to get another shot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels good. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little frustrating kind of to start the year. But, you know, I told myself I could do one of two things. I can, you know, bitch and moan and complain and just be miserable all year. I can just put my head down and just stay ready if the chance comes, and that's what I did.
Devin, what do you value most in a position coach?
I think when it comes to like my position coach, I mean, Coach Connor, I mean, he kind of personifies everything that I've wanted and what I think I need, because I mean, it doesn't really matter what's going on, or his expectation and standards are always going to be the same way. He's always going to be coaching me the same way. And I think especially with like his teaching degree, he does a very good job of articulating himself and showing us like exactly what he wants from us, exactly when. And you know, he does a really good job at almost like tricking us into getting what he wants us to accomplish by just signals here and there. And he'll, all of a sudden afterwards, you're looking at him and he's like, oh, you actually did what I got you to do, huh? So, but yeah, just stuff like that. But I can't tell you like nitpick the exact things that I like you want to see that you value, but Coach Connor, I'd say, just personifies everything that I want.
And I know he's your most specific example, but I was thinking more of this just in a general question, but like how critical is a relationship with a position coach? And maybe Joe, you can answer this too. Like how critical is that relationship for just how you enjoy your playing experience with any given team?
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on the person and just finding your fit and stuff like that, you know. But I mean, I don't really know what else to really give you besides that. I mean, he's just I mean, it's really just about finding your fit, and if that guy works for you, he works for you.
Yeah, I can agree with Mock on that. Coach Haley, he's helped me a lot these past 2 years, just developing my game and building like my IQ and understanding of football. So yeah, I just say like the relationship you got with him and football, football mindset as well.
What's the balance between how much you feel like you were learning from him from a football perspective than just how much you like them as a person? Which one do you value more, I guess?
I mean, if you ask me, I guess you could say I'm kind of like the old school mentality of that's because even if you in a position where you didn't really like your situation, you got to be given 100% no matter what. But you know, having that football side and out of football, having that relationship with him, it creates that sense of trust and being able to be on the same page at all times of what you're trying to accomplish. So I think having that relationship both on and off the field is definitely important.
Thanks.
And how did you kind of balance this year where you want to be a great teammate and mentor a younger kicker, but also you want to compete and take his job from him?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no bad blood. Like, when a decision gets made, like, there's never any bad blood in the room. Like, you know, we're good friends. Like, we support each other. And, you know, like, when he goes out there and makes a kick, like, I'm happy for him. And then, you know, when I go out there, if I make a kick, like, I would assume he's the same way. Like, I can't speak for him, but, you know, just based on our relationship every day, like, I would, you know, you're just happy for each other.
Kind of the same thing for Devin. You and Reggie, you and Tyrone last year, kind of share a workload. How do you balance and know what situation is right for the right guy and kind of always have this rooting, you know, I guess for a guy you're competing with playing time for, but also wanting them to succeed?
I mean, I guess that's just the nature of the game when you're talking about football with position rooms. When you have that level of competitive between guys, it definitely helps bring up the whole room. And so you're all trying to beat each other out for that spot. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we're all teammates and we all love each other, because most of the time that we spend with each other, most of that time is not even about football. It's about just having that relationship with each other. So there's never bad blood when it comes to stuff like that. So whoever's in the game, because especially for like our position between me and Reggie, and then me and Tyrone last year, we were kind of sharing carries and stuff because we were kind of piggybacking off of each other, because both of us know that we can't be in for 60 snaps straight or anything like that. So it's definitely a good thing.
You still talk to Tyrone quite a bit?
Yeah, I'm not a guy that reaches out like all the time, poking, but yeah, I've reached out to him a couple times, talked to him, especially when he came back in to the facility, as I said what's up to him, and just got to relive some moments.
Obviously, he had great durability with his bulk, and I think that's an area where you clearly improved from a year ago. Can you kind of see that now that you're not wearing down, or the hits aren't maybe hurting as much because you put on muscle?
Yeah, with the difference of the past 2 years and then this year having that weight, going through the course of a season, having just nicks and bruises that add up over time, they've been much less detrimental to me this year than they were in previous seasons, so it definitely helps a lot.
Were you hurt at any point last year during the season?
I mean, last season I was dealing with stuff all the way through from the beginning to the end, so yeah, there was stuff that was, because obviously some of that stuff is up to chance, but yeah, just between past season and this year has been much better improvement.
And then I know it's kind of hard to probably appreciate what you've done in a season like this from an individual standpoint, but to go into the top 10 in career rushing, considering how you came here and how you were used early on, or not used, I guess, until you got your chance, how big of a deal is it to you that you're in the top 10 in career rushing? You know, when other people departed a couple years ago, you stuck this out and stayed loyal to Purdue.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a surreal feeling whenever you're talking about stuff like that, because, you know, for someone like me who walking on, this was never really in the original plan. Like, it's something that you dream of all the way, but you don't really expect it to happen until it does. So being in the position where I have been in the crest of that top 10 in all-time rushers is definitely special to me, and especially for me coming into this program, being able to do what I've been able to do.
And then Joe, I asked Coach Kane if it felt like every week you guys fix something on the defensive side and something else comes up. In a season like this, how frustrating is that, where it seems like you're making improvements, but then something else needs to be fixed kind of the next week, each week?
I mean, yeah, it's very frustrating, but I mean, you have to adjust, and you got to keep adjusting no matter what happens. So, I mean, yeah, it's been tough, but all you can do is just play hard and just play football. That's it at the end of the day.
Any more questions for these guys? Tom?
Yeah, Joe, so you've been here a while. Remember you got it when Jeff Brown was still here. Came from South Carolina. Just talk about your Purdue experience, maybe, and how it unfolded, and what your takeaway is.
My career didn't start off the way I wanted to here. You know, I had to work my way and build trust by the coaches to get on the field. Once the staff came in, they believed me, they seen something in me, and my game grew a lot. So yeah, I'm proud that my game has grown. And I've transitioned into a man that I don't want it to be these last 4 years.
Anything else?